Welcome to Freshly Popped, a daily show examining pop culture headlines so you don't have to. Today is January 28th, 2026, and I'm Sequoia Holmes.
I'm Fiona Shea.
And I'm Ryan Graham.
And today we're losing it over Kendall Jenner's new Super Bowl ad, Ariana Grande's anxiety, and IShowSpeed ending his tour of Africa.
Yes, come on, lots going on. Also, a quick update. Glambot Gate is is maybe coming to an end. Cole posted on Instagram yesterday a 2-minute apology video where he kind of talks about how the emails were for 2019 and how he didn't have a team back then, and he was like, "That's no excuse. I still was rude, and that was wrong, and I never want to make people feel unwelcomed." He also talked about how he understood the racial dynamics of it all, which I thought made it a good apology.
I'm glad he addressed that.
He
yes.
did. He was like, yes. I get that. And he was like, even as an Asian American, I have felt those things and I never want someone else to feel that. He said, but even in all of that, I understand how I was wrong and I was dismissive and I was rude and that's no excuse. I think overall, it was a really good apology. He apologized to the drag queens who came forward and said that he was rude to them on carpets. He's like, carpets work fast. But again, that's not an excuse. I'm sorry. And I don't know. I feel like, to me, the only issue, who am I? But the only thing I think is wrong with it is that it came late. He posted 4 or 5 videos after all of this stuff came out as if nothing happened. So a week had gone by and now he's apologizing, and it kind of makes it feel a little more PR-y, which obviously any type of apology is damage control. I just am this apology is good and I'm glad you took your time and thought through it. I just wish it would have come a little bit faster so it doesn't feel so look, fine. I guess, and his tone isn't that, but I think the longer you take to apologize, the more it comes across as, I'm only apologizing because enough people are complaining, as opposed to actually feeling sorry. But was a good apology, I will say.
I would also like to point out, Cole is currently 44 years old, which means in 2019 he was 37. Old to be talking to people crazy via email. I'm not going to hold you. I do appreciate the apology, and I appreciate specifying the racial dynamics at play. I like when people, don't shy away from the uncomfortable thing. So that's great. But yeah, watch your mouth. Just watch your mouth.
I guess I agree that I agree old enough to know better, but I feel like just because you're older doesn't make you a good business owner. I think you could be 37 and still rude in emails.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I don't know. It feels like it gets out of business and it gets into your character. I'm why are you being crazy in emails? There's no world in which I talk to somebody crazy in an email.
This is going to feel very Libra of me playing both sides. Okay. I am just saying, I see that if I am becoming hot shit and you're emailing me, I get how you get cocky. And then if you don't have a team to put you in check, I'm just saying, I see a world where you are becoming cocky and then someone sends you an email and you're like, girl. And I'm I'm not saying it makes it right. I'm just I fully see how you arrive at that.
What's almost more surprising to your point, Sequoia, is that he hadn't gotten checked at 37. If you're getting away with being a little rude on carpets or to potential customers, I'm surprised that it almost took this long for someone to call you out then.
Me too. And look, it all happened behind Jennifer Lopez. That's why you gotta leave her alone, child. Everything bad follows Jennifer Lopez.
Honestly, hey, you're not A-Rod kind of fell apart after that. We see what happened to Diddy. Ben Affleck's fine.
We see what happened to Diddy. Ben Affleck's fine. Ben Affleck's still carrying the Dunkin' Donuts, smoking cigs.
But other than that, he's doing fine. I also love Jennifer. Speaking of, I know, but lightly on J-Lo, her Vegas residency tour. I love the delusion.
Did you see her? Oh, wait, is she doing a Vegas residency?
She's doing it right now, and they're just
currently.
Keep going viral. There's she is singing, and I love it. I love it.
Is she singing the vocals are live?
You can tell the mic is on. Derogatory.
Wow. And does she sound good? Okay, I was about to say, does she sound good? No, I couldn't imagine.
The mic is on, and
and Ashanti not in the back doing the vocal, doing it for her.
And that's crazy. I love it. I love the gall. Keep going, J-Lo.
Will you DM me some videos, Ryan? Because I haven't seen anything. Oh this God. Isn't coming up for me.
It's so fun.
She was really offended when somebody said that she wasn't a singer. There was some interview when they were like, yeah, you're a great dancer, great actress. You do sing. And she was like, no, I can sing.
I love it.
Yeah, okay. She was like, no, yeah, I can sing.
Like, I mean, like,
Okay.
yes, you can sing. Like,
in the
yes,
way that
you-
I can. You know what I mean? Like, yes. The option is always present, and you do take it often.
Correct. No one's stopping you from singing.
Yeah.
That is true. You can sing.
Yeah. Okay. So
I love it.
that's that
I'll
on
send
that.
you videos because they're some of my favorite things. I love her gall.
Delusional final boss.
Right.
It's actually inspiring. Something that is coming up on my feed, actually this morning, it was posted yesterday, is Kendall Jenner's new Super Bowl ad with Fanatic Sportsbook. Have you guys seen this yet?
I have not.
I have.
No?
It's
Okay.
fun. It's funny.
Okay, so it came up, because Kendall had posted it, as well as Fanatic Sportsbook. It is going to air during the Super Bowl, and it starts with, it's a scene of Kendall sitting on this beautiful deck, right? She's like drinking out of a little teacup. It's showing her from behind, and it says, "Betting on the right guy with Fanatic Sportsbook, explained by Kendall Jenner." I'll kind of walk you guys through the storyline here, because it is very clever. Good marketing. One of the top comments is like, Kendall had the opportunity to do the funniest thing here and she took it, which I
Okay.
do really like, for especially someone who has this very like sometimes polished, right, personal persona, public persona.
Yeah.
She's sitting on the deck. The camera pans to face her, right? So she's looking in the camera and she goes, "Haven't you heard? The internet says I'm cursed. Any basketball player who dates me kind of hits a..." She gets up at this point. She strikes a match, lights a basket of jerseys on fire as she's like walking inside. She goes, "They kind of hit a rough patch."
Oh.
Then she's inside. She's walking by down the stairs, this kind of like wall of historical portraits with the men's faces ripped out, but she's still in them, right? So it'd be like a portrait of her.
Oh my God, that's
and
so
a seemingly
funny.
looking
And Devin
basketball player.
Booker, and
Right.
the
Exactly.
face, the head is ripped out.
But the head is ripped off. She's walking by all of the portraits. She goes, "While the world's been talking about it, I've been betting on it. How else do you think I could afford all this? Modeling?" And then kind of like
Silly.
walks
Oh
off camera.
my God.
It
This
shows
is so
her next.
good.
It's a really good score. You're gonna love it. She's walking outside again in like a one-piece black bikini, walking by the pool. She goes, "This pool, basketball boyfriend won, missed the playoffs." Then she's on a little floaty floating by the camera, and she goes, "I guess nobody was getting a ring in this house." Looks at her
Wow.
hand. He's not getting a playoff ring. She's not getting an engagement ring. Goes to the vintage car. She's sitting in the vintage car, and she goes, "Where'd you think this car came from?" "Boyfriend number 2 flopped right out of the league." Then it goes, "This cute jet. Thanks, boyfriend 3." And she's running onto a private jet.
Wow.
It ends with her sitting on the jet. The stewardess is kind of coming up and chatting with her. And she goes, "And today it's time to bet on something new. Football players. I'm making my bet on who's going to win." It pans to her looking at her phone on the Fanatic sports betting app. Sorry. Is it Fanatic Sportsbook? Yeah.
Sportsbook.
I'm
Fanatics
Yeah,
Sportsbook.
new
Yeah.
to betting, evidently.
Right, truly, I
She's
don't
looking
know.
at the Fanatics app, and it shows the Patriots and the Seahawks, right? And it's like her thumb kind of like hovering over the two, deciding on who she's going to bet on. And she says, "And you can bet with me." And then it ends. She makes a joke with the stewardess. Stewardess is like, "And next stop, San Francisco." And she goes, "Football boyfriend." Like, ha ha ha. Shows some credits, and then finally it ends with her pondering with the champagne, and she goes, "Kardashian curse," and that's not even my last name.
Wow.
Silly.
That is really funny. That's good.
I think it's so fun. It also gives very like Taylor Swift blank space. Like she's like in this
does.
big house. Like it's like all these like ex-lovers. I also did not realize that she had that many ex. I had to look it up afterwards. She's dated Devin Booker, Ben Simmons, Blake Griffin, and Jordan Clark. Like I did not realize she had more than. Like there's
Devin
so many
Booker.
ex-boyfriends who are in the NBA, which I was like, what the fuck? How did she? I mean, it's obviously Kendall Jenner, but I was like, it's very funny and a good ad. Also,
I think that
like,
Devin Booker was the one who she was like most public with, like hard
Sure.
launching on the gram. Like he's going to the Italian
Yeah.
wedding with them, whereas the other boyfriends, maybe it wasn't as like
'cause they fell out of
public
the league.
facing.
Their
They
contract
failed out of the league. Yeah. She was betting against him. So
Correct.
Isn't that hilarious? She's betting against the boyfriends and winning
Right.
because they all kind of were sucking, and that's how she made all the money. Like it's really clever. The copywriting is
I agree.
awesome.
yeah.
Very, very fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
The creative is great.
Wow. Good
It
job
also-
to that
it looks-
marketing team.
I feel like I
Round
also
of
love that
applause.
she like can still make an ad even after the big Pepsi debacle. Like at this point, the fact that like she is cursed in the marketing area makes her so marketable. Like I like the Kardashians always win. I kind of love that like even no matter how many times they do something that's like that should end things,
Yeah.
and just like no, we're gonna
You have
doubling
to be
down.
You have to be willing to not take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
And like one of the top comments on YouTube said, when you have an opportunity to do
Take it.
something really funny, take it.
One time, every
Especially
time.
when it's poking fun at yourself and you know that the audience is going to be laughing with you. The fact that she was willing to do that is really cool. One thing I want to add is that like, and you guys, give me your POV, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like there also online has been conversation about how like sports betting is bad because a lot of people are like going into serious debt and whatever. And I sifted through the comments, curious to see if there was anyone who was kind of giving her shit for promoting betting, and I did not see any.
Really?
Yeah, that was gonna be my note on this. It's like I don't even know if that's necessarily her fault, but like, yeah, there's a sports betting epidemic right now. Betting is
Right.
becoming overly involved in everything, and lots of young men are like struggling with it.
Right.
Young people, but specifically young men. And I can imagine they're going in and deleting those comments. Like, I mean, if I am the social media manager, I'm not. What do you mean? Why would I let them stay? Like, and or
They
in-
probably
So
can't.
true.
They probably just like set keywords. That's
Yeah,
like,
like, no.
like, oh yeah, don't, if that keyword pops up, that comment is gone. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I fully can see them hiding that stuff. But yeah, I think the sports betting is here and it's infiltrated.
Yeah.
Because sports betting has gotten to the point where you can bet on like the most minutia of things, and it's all like small little bets, and over time people are losing. Like I was watching a video yesterday from Vice where there was a 20-year-old who had already lost like $1 million or something crazy. Like he like big debt simply from.
Jeez.
I know.
Yeah, like it was kind of an epidemic, but it's a good ad.
It's a great
good
ad,
ad.
but I guess
Baby.
like also the dichotomy, which we just see in American culture across the board right now, of this
Yeah.
largely famous, successful, rich girl promoting betting, and who is really suffering from betting are these young people, So
Yeah.
like that made me feel a little awkward. Still a great ad. The creative is awesome.
Yes.
But I guess it is a reflection of just like current culture, which is unfortunate in some ways.
And also she's not the only one. Like Kevin Hart has been in
That's a
like
good call.
like Drake has done. Like I'm saying, she and Drake even on his own, like beyond just being in ads, like he posts in his stories all the time about how he's been.
He's getting
So I'm
sued
like-
right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, it's
Because of
she,
that.
Oh,
like,
is
yeah,
he?
again,
Yeah, he's getting sued because they uncovered like, I don't want to say it was money laundering, but that might be the correct word for it. But there was like it was going through the sports betting app, some money that was traveling through the sports betting app that was used to illegally increase his stream numbers. They were using it like a private bank, essentially an unregulated private bank, the sports betting app. Yeah, it's a mess. And so yeah, he's in some hot water.
Yeah.
Per usual though.
I know, right? On
And-
brand.
And there's that app now, which I should have looked it up again before talking about it, that you can bet on basically anything.
It's
Have
like
you guys heard
parlay or
about this?
something. Yeah.
It's the one that was a part of the Golden Globes. I don't know if it's called Parlay, but yeah, it's also it's infiltrating politics and like other media, not just sports.
Which is dangerous. So even though it's within Fanatics Sportsbook and you're promoting that, like at large, you're promoting something else. And Kendall was willing to do it probably because the creative was so good. She's making a
100%.
fat check.
She's making money.
100%.
It's Super
Yeah.
Bowl ad. It feels like traditional and kind of rooted in something real and potentially like legitimate. But ultimately, it kind of does open the conversation to something larger.
And I hate the sports betting epidemic, honestly. But to be fair, if there is going to be a sports betting ad, the Super Bowl makes the most sense for it.
Correct.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's the
Agreed.
It's like a
biggest
sporting
sporting
event,
year,
you know?
and it's a like it.
Agreed.
Of course, they're there,
And you know people are betting on it anyways.
Agreed.
So like, yeah, this is where it lives. Great creative. Happy for her. Congratulations on being funny.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Next up, Ariana Grande is opening up about her anxiety. She shared that her big sweatshirts, thigh-high boots era was because she was, quote, processing a lot and wanted to hide. So Ariana did an interview with Vogue where she was breaking down some of her most recognizable looks, spanning from Victorious, her Nickelodeon show, to post-Wicked. When asked about her iconic oversized sweatshirt, thigh-high boots, and ponytail, she says, quote, "This was a very strange time in my life. I was processing a lot, and I always wanted to hide away in something really cozy. But I remember that boots still made me feel cunt." She had really good timing on that, too. She pauses just for a hot second, and she says, cunt. And then she continues, quote, "I genuinely at the time did not have the mental energy to consider clothing. So the easiest thing for me was to throw on a sweatshirt and a cunty boot." For context, the bombing that occurred at her show, the Manchester Arena attack, happened on May 22nd, 2017. She started wearing those boots and that sweatshirt in 2018.
Okay.
Also, Mac Miller died. Her ex-boyfriend died in 2018.
Right.
So that entire time of her life was a lot, so it seems. So it makes sense that she didn't have the mental capacity to think about clothing. Also, for more context, also in the same interview, she says that the reason her eyes were closed on the cover of her 2013 album, Truly Yours, is because she was, quote, "so anxious about being perceived or seen or judged. She, quote, wished at the time I could have just been a floating voice and never been visible ever." So you're taking somebody who was already rather anxious, prone to anxiety, before she even had a level of the visibility that she went on to have in 2013.
Right.
Always having her eyes closed in pictures. Then you have them go through this very public trauma. Yeah, it makes sense that, you know, her most recognizable iconic look, sweatshirt, thigh-high cunty boot, comes from a place of anxiety and wanting to be hidden away.
Yeah, it makes sense because it's also like it's like a comfort thing on multiple levels. Like obviously, I am like my body is hidden. I imagine when you're in the spotlight like this, you are constantly being scrutinized anyway. So you're just like, how can I cover up my body? And then it's just like it's like putting on a blanket. It literally is like a security blanket at that point, where it's like
1000%.
I just want to be wrapped in a blanket and like leave me alone. But it's like it's like what a interesting juxtaposition that like an action that she was doing to hide became something that made her even more visible, because then everyone was because this was like peak. We were at BuzzFeed at this time. It was peak Grande like visual. Well,
Pete Davidson,
yeah,
right?
exactly. But I remember like even at like this was like in our BuzzFeed days, and people were making videos about recreating.
Oh
that look.
yeah,
It was such a thing. Partly, I imagine, because it's so accessible. But yeah, it's interesting that like it made her even more visible. Like it did the opposite of probably what she wanted.
I think it's very interesting when celebrities, artists, pop stars talk about feeling this way. Like, I hate being perceived, and I'm called to sing because this is what I'm good at. This is what my soul wants me to do. But everything that comes with it, like being in front of the camera, being on camera, looking at my body, doing the fashion, doing the appearances, like I actually don't really like that. And SZA talks about that a lot. Obviously, I'm a big SZA fan. And I think sometimes, like, when she first would talk about it, I would be like, but you're famous, babe. Like, you're a star. What do you mean you don't like this? Of course you like it, because why else would you be in this industry? But now that I've gotten older and kind of reached a level of maturity and understanding, it's like sometimes it's really not about that. It's about loving the art, and then all the bullshit that comes with it is not something that anyone can really prepare for.
That is so true.
I also feel like fame is just so different now. Like I imagine, like not even imagine, like literally in the 2020s, 2010s of it all, with social media, you are always on, and like there's always a camera at you at all angles. Whereas if you were famous in the 90s and even before, it's like, you went to a red carpet. Yeah, you were on a magazine. But you weren't under constant surveillance where
we
you know
weren't doing
like,
a Get Ready With Me with Marilyn Monroe. Like, we 100%. Saw her at the event and saw the iconic photo, 100%. But we weren't seeing her.
Like the YouTubes of it all. Like, I'm even thinking about like even when they get ready for red carpets now, like you're saying, like they either have to do it themselves or fucking Vogue is in your room. Wow. And I mean, like I get it, but now that, not to knock it, like that's a part of the game. And so I think even if you get into music, like Ariana Grande was what, like 30, so like she would have seen like celebrities in the early 2000s, which like, and even like SZA, like I'm saying, so you would have seen stardom and like that, and even if you're like, yeah, I want to do that, there's no way they could have possibly known what stardom during their, you know what I mean, adulthood would be, because it's just we're in a different time now. So I can imagine wanting to get into it, even thinking like, oh yeah, the fashion shows, blah blah, could be fun. But not understanding that, like, and everywhere you go for the rest of your life, all of your fans are going to be like, here's a phone in your face. Take a picture with me.
And this is kind of why I'm on record as a noted Kim Kardashian hater and Kardashian hater overall.
Oh,
But sometimes I feel
I
like
will
you kind of like them.
say-
You love Northwest.
well, she's not a Kardashian, she's a West. But this is where I think Kim Kardashian's abilities are really worth a lot, because a lot of famous people are good at their thing, but not good at being famous. And Kim is good at being famous. Her thing is being famous. She talks about always knowing, I want the fame. You know, like I don't need to sing, I don't need to dance, I don't need to act. I need that fame though. And she definitely got that. And I'm like, wow, look at you. Congratulations. I'm not mad.
And I think you're right. She handles it well.
She does.
Well, I don't know if, in terms of like the actual function of being famous and using that to make more fame, I think that whole clan masters at it. Like
you know what? I think some of them are better at it than others. Kim is the one that's like, I always wanted this, and so what you have to say about me or whatever is small in comparison to the fact that I have exactly what the fuck I always wanted.
True.
Kylie has had a hard time with it because she didn't always watch, because she didn't want that. She was thrust into that. Chloe has had a hard time with it too, because, you know, she was like different looking than her sisters. You know, it's just like different levels of it. But Kim in particular, we know that Courtney has a hard time with it. Kim in particular, she seems like the one where she's like, no, I'm famous. Yeah, I know you're going to talk shit. You're going to talk about me because I'm famous and you're not. I'm into it, kind of.
So you go back and forth. This is so Gemini. You're like,
one wholeheartedly. I'm like, no, I can see both sides, and I have strong feelings on both sides. Yeah, I'm like, no, I like that about you, and also I think you're bad overall. But
I mean, like net not good. I wonder though, what would be like back to Ari? What would be your comfort outfit? Like if you're like, this is my go-to outfit for when I'm trying to like disappear, or like, you know what I mean? Like if you were feeling something, like what is your like I'm feeling?
I'm always gonna wear black. I'm probably gonna do a big baggy pant and a tight black shirt. That's it.
Wow, I know this fit.
You know the fit. You know that's my fit. Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
I'm definitely doing baggy jeans, like low rise, nice baggy jeans, some sneakers, maybe a tank top, a thin, skinny spaghetti straps tank top, and then maybe a zip up sweatshirt. A layer, because we live in California. You need that layer. If you need to be warm, if you want to be, you need the layer. That's like my uniform. That's like my comfort when I'm like, let me just put something on that I know I'm gonna feel good in. Yeah, go out into the world. It's that.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's interesting. I think I guess the phrase that's coming to mind is hide behind fashion. I think I will wear something loud and outrageous, so that becomes the focus. So it's like you never have to like, I don't ever have to talk about anything, because I'm just like, oh yeah, my pants are like corduroy polka dot and I'm wearing like a sweater with a silly logo or something like that. That becomes the focus, and then it's just like it's almost like Ariana is saying, I want to be a floating voice. It's like I am just like a vessel on this thing, and like you were just focused on whatever the fuck is on. It's like hiding in plain sight, if you will.
Wow.
So I think I'm like, let's wear something loud.
That's really interesting.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
yeah. You know what I mean? Don't ask me about my feelings or how I'm doing. Just ask me about the fit.
I can direct the conversation right now. Wow.
Oh yeah, it's your brain beat.
Right,
it's mind games.
Right.
But no, I do feel bad for Ari. But I'm glad she can come on the other side of it, and like, I don't know, she seems to be in a much better place now and much healthier. And so, but yeah, it's curious how much fashion can affect people's lives. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you know who doesn't mind being in the spotlight and having all eyes on them? Mr. IShowSpeed. I don't know if I'm gonna call him Mr. He's 21, but
right.
So IShowSpeed, he just ended his tour of Africa. Speed Does Africa was this huge streaming tour that he did starting in December, and it just ended a couple days ago in January. And on this tour, he did. It was 28 days in over 20 countries throughout Africa. Some big highlights. He hit 50 million subscribers on YouTube while he was on this tour. And then he had 7.1 million streamers at one point in time. It was like a record for him while he was in Kenya. And then when he was in South Africa, he hit 4.9 million streams, which are huge numbers. That many people watching him at one time. These are like peak numbers, like watching him live.
7 million people watching him.
He streams on Twitch. Yeah, he's a big Twitch streamer. Like that's his main platform. And now he also is like on YouTube and is growing his following there. But yeah, 7.1. Like there are TV shows who are not getting, like most TV shows do not get these types of numbers.
There's There's no TV shows that's getting 7.1 million
press
viewers.
conferences with the president isn't
Correct.
getting 7.1 million.
Hello.
I'm like, the streaming numbers are so insane, and like, I mean, so IShowSpeed, he's one of the big ones. Like, he's up there with like Kai Cenat, so like he's similar, comparable. And on this tour, he did like several different challenges. He like boxed a professional. He was boxing with a professional boxer in Ghana. He like was flipping over lions. He was learning like a cultural dance. Forget which country he was in. And then he like had someone come in and attack him. And it was not planned. It was like just an agitator came up and started trying to fight him. And so that is all captured. It's like so much going on. But he, at the end of it, he goes, I've done so many things in my life, but this trip was different. Africa is not what I thought. So lots of fans are commenting on it saying like, thank you for showing Africa in a good light. Like as he's going through Ghana, he's showing like luxury buildings, luxury shops, like being like, it's not mud huts. Like it's not all the things that people think of with Africa. And I think that is like the beautiful side of this, that on this tour, his whole mission was to show that the Western view of Africa is wrong in a lot of ways, and there's so much beauty and culture and history in Africa, and I love that. And he did so much showing this that like actually a foreign minister in Ghana gave him a passport to the country. So foreign minister Sam, and sorry if I butchered this name, Sam Okudzito Ablakwawa. God, I probably butchered that. I'm so sorry. But yes, a foreign minister in Ghana, he posted on X saying, to confirm, in confirmation of the irrefutable ties IShowSpeed has to Ghana, we have approved the issuance of a Ghanaian passport to IShowSpeed.
Wow.
Keep making our great nation of Ghana. Keep making our great nation Ghana and our beloved African continent proud. Ghana celebrates you, the minister said. So yeah, he ended up getting a passport to Ghana at the end of this thing. I think it's great. Yeah. I will add one asterisk because I love him showing off Africa, and I love that it is highlighting the beauty of it. There are also still some unfortunate tropes that I think he falls into. There's like a clip that's going viral of him getting massaged by like 6 Ghanaian women, and it's just the visual of it. Like sometimes streamers, it dances a little minstrel-y. I don't think IShowSpeed does that often, but there's that one video he's like laying down after like a 6-hour stream, and the women are rubbing him down. He's just like, and it just, I don't know, the imagery makes me feel uncomfortable. It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't think I mind this as in like you showing black culture to black people. I just also know lots of white kids are watching this, and something about this imagery makes me personally feel weird for white people to see this. Even like him learning the African dance, I'm like, I love this, I'm glad. But then that guy comes in and he fights, and now it's like 2 black men fighting, and I'm like, I hate that. Like it's just stuff. There are little things that I just wish could be edited out, because I'm just like, like I love that all this beauty that you're showing is amazing, but then the clips that go viral are you fighting,
very true,
or like you boxing, you fighting, you flipping over lions, it's like all the things I'm like, don't these kind of feel like African tropes? I don't know. So I have mixed feelings. I'm like, net good in the sense that you're showing Africa in a good light, and that is beautiful, and much more of that. I just wish that those were the specific things going viral. Overall, I think he's doing an amazing job. He seems to be a very nice young man. Like, he does give back, and he seems very affected by this trip in a positive way. I just hate some of the imagery. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, that makes complete sense. Yeah. That seems like that's what social media is, like a highlight reel of the worst or most salacious, or like the stuff that performs the best.
Like, have y'all did you see the video of him with the Ghanaian? Like,
I haven't seen anything about IShow.
I must be on boy TikTok, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can share. I'm going to try to share this.
Yeah, try to share it. It is so true, though. Of course, the sentimental clips of him with these local African people aren't the ones going viral. It's the like trying to get the most inflammatory.
I already don't like it. It's
this visual. Like, I'm like, it's just something about this visual that bothers me so much. It feels like AI generated visuals of like what people think Africa looks like, and I don't know, something about it feels weird to me. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yes,
I do.
Oh, this isn't even what I. This is not even what I was expecting.
Like, I don't know.
This isn't what I was expecting either. Yeah.
Oh, what were you expecting?
I don't know.
That felt more pornographic than.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's our Western mind. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be on like a table, like with like the Sahara in the background. Like, I didn't think it would be like kind of this like angle. Yeah, in the room.
Something. Yeah, that felt. Yeah, it felt. pornographic to me, and that
maybe
might be my
that's what
fault.
it was. Something about it, and I was like looking into it. I don't think it's like it is like a cultural thing, but I don't know. I just felt visually something about this, and maybe it is. Maybe I should check my. I'm willing to be like Western Ryan is wrong.
That's good. Yeah,
but we'll see. But overall, net good, and I mean, he's spreading the good word, and so are we.
period.
But yeah, I think that's all we have today. Remember, you can keep following us on socials at Freshly Popped. That's FreshlyPop.D. And don't forget, you can like, subscribe, comment, and keep this conversation going. We love seeing you guys in YouTube and on Spotify and all the places. So keep chatting with us, and we'll see you tomorrow. You've been popped.